Hello!
Hello, everyone. Look at that. We made it in for a reaction video talk this week.
It's crazy.
It
Even
is.
though I'm coming down with our stage 2 of plague.
Well, yeah, because you were like slow to get to stage 2.
Well, because I'm the mom. And I gotta make sure everyone's well and we're doing our stuff. And so I guess my body decided, well, it's time.
Yeah, well, anyway. But you know, she got all the snotzies out of the way. And so hopefully she's going to be good now. You know what I didn't do?
What?
I didn't knock down the exposure on your camera. So you are a little bit bright. But all right, so what are we here to talk about tonight, my love?
We're here to talk about the most latest recent show of Discovery that we just watched.
Most recent latest. It was season 2, episode 5, called Saints of Imperfection.
Yes.
I enjoyed that title before it even started to air. And the episode did lead to that. One thing to make sure, if you haven't watched this episode and you don't want to be spoilered,
go away. No, please go and watch the episode.
Take a brief pause,
Yes.
Watch the episode, because it's available in the US and tomorrow in Europe. So for all my European followers, or rest of the world followers, I guess I should say.
No, definitely go enjoy it when you can, when you have a moment, and maybe come back and listen to us kibitz about it.
Yes, and enjoy it ASAP, because it's definitely worth it. All right, so I'm gonna throw up a couple. We're trying something new, smaller pictures of us and more stuff over there. Someday I'll learn where to point.
I don't know why. You just have to think of yourself being in the frame.
Oh, I don't have that light on over there. That's why you're extra dark.
That's okay.
You have to think of myself being in the frame. Oh no!
Yeah.
Help! I'm
Exactly. You have to pretend like where am I? Like oh no.
No, I got you too tight.
Oh.
Tight. All right. So that first image that we're throwing up is here. Let me I'll try and pull this over for you. Boop. So you can see a little bit better. That was the cool shot of the ship going through the
hanging in and out.
Yeah, being stuck in halfway in, halfway out of the Spore network.
Yeah.
They showed that image. All these images that I have are ones that were out before the episode. So don't think I'm sitting here doing captures of the episode. I'm not that speedy. But I like that because I didn't know what was happening there. And the image of from Tilly's point of view, from inside
the cocoon?
From inside the network, when they turned and they saw the Discovery there. I remembered seeing that in previews.
Oh, I don't remember, yeah.
And wondering to myself, I'm like, wow, that looks like the Discovery's crashing into something.
The network, yeah.
Like kind of slow, but like I didn't realize it was the network at the time. It looked like it could have been a planet or something. Yeah,
and the preview last week had that shot of Pike like with the barrier of like right up against his face, and I was like, what is that?
That shot was
Are
cool.
they doing a deep cleaning of the Discovery?
Yeah, harkening back to that one.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy listening to a bunch of different Star Trek Discovery podcasts, because so many of them try and make ties back to old things that happened in Star Trek that they're calling back to, and I'm like, there's been hundreds of episodes, so there's going to be hundreds of dozens of references in every episode that you can tie something to. But I definitely did get the feel of that one where they were cleaning the Enterprise. And in that shot in particular, when they had because I remember like Pike was the main image in that one. It looked like I sometimes have a hard time focusing on like a specific thing in a shot when there's a lot going on.
Sorry,
she fell asleep.
Yeah, all those times.
And that shot there made it look like he was wearing TOS era Mirror Universe top.
Oh wow.
Yeah, excuse me. It just looked like that one to me, and I was like, well, that's just my mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
And it was, because it was all the whatever
the gold markings of the command. Yep.
Yeah. So. All right, so that was a cool shot. We're not going to go too in depth tonight. I'm just going to rattle off a couple different things that I liked, and luckily I grabbed that picture beforehand, because I was like, I'm probably going to like whatever's going on with that. And then we have that shot from near the beginning when Emperor Georgiou comes off of the shuttle, And
another Spock tease.
Yeah.
Is Spock on the shuttle? Spock on no, Georgiou's on
Burnham is never going to get to see Spock. This whole season's going to go by, and they're going to...
No, I'm telling you, it's just like last season they like had a different arc for every like 4 or 5 shows, and then they got to the mirror universe, and then there was the like denouement arc at the end to do the whole series. And so like right now it's the search for Spock.
Wow, you hurt your eye winking that hard.
I'm sure you can go back to the play and see where I had that thought, because I think I broadcast it on my face. They're going to be the search part. Then she's going to get to him, and there's going to be the figuring out the angels with whatever Spock's knowledge has, and then there'll be the Spock. Then there'll be the denouement episodes. But I think we'll get a solid at least 3 or 4 episodes with. You think? With them, yes.
Nah, I think they're going all the way now, and they're all in, and they're like, we're going to teach you guys a lesson. I don't know what that lesson would be or why, but it was I was fully in this episode, because it, like, even though I knew that this scene was coming up with Georgiou coming off the shuttle and all, I couldn't think of that at the time when they were chasing the shuttle. And
you got to it before she walked off.
Oh yeah, I'm not an idiot, but I didn't get to it when I said, "Oh, Spock's not in there." I knew that Spock wasn't in there, and I thought
it was like
that
some random person.
Yeah, some random person had done it. And then I still don't understand that maneuver that she did of dropping out of warp, coming to a full stop after igniting the thing, and then still just flying in the same direction.
Because she still had to get to the nebula for cover. And I think because I was thinking about that when you said it when we were watching it, the maneuver was supposed to buy her enough time, because like when the Enterprise realized she came to a full stop, they started to come around, and that's when she like shot around from behind them. And so the idea was that, and I think she would have made it to the nebula if they didn't use that torpedo maneuver.
Well, but why didn't she just go like a little bit of a different route? And then
maybe she did.
Anyway, all right. I'm getting too nitpicky. I'm sorry. It's what I do. But I still love the show and this episode in particular. Yeah. All right. So what else? And
then Section 31 sent a temporary liaison.
Yeah.
And so Ash made his way. Yeah. Ash made his way back to Discovery.
Yeah, I don't have a current picture of that, but I do have a picture of someone else that just appeared in this episode that some people may not have been expecting. Bubba Lamb. Yeah, it was good. It was coming. I was so impressed with our son. Yeah, we have a 9-year-old son, 9 going on 10, going on 50, and he was like, "Oh, they're in the mycelial network. They can find Culber."
Yeah. He was putting things together. He's super proud.
Yeah, he's doing
super proud. And then he said something at the end. After we were done watching it, he made an analysis that was like, chef's kiss.
Yeah, it was good.
He was way ahead of it.
But
I didn't expect to see Culper in that state. I was like, oh.
So this lets everyone know she doesn't look at my Twitter feed during the week. Yeah, I've got plenty of time to tool around on Facebook, but not for my husband. But yeah, so I saw that picture before, and I was saying that he's looking pretty rough there, but I didn't know exactly how rough he was. Like his mouth was all jacked up and everything.
Yeah,
and it was a real shock to the system going from him in this state to him when he came out of that cocoon.
Came out of that cocoon, and they put him back together. Shaved and everything.
Yeah, he looked like a little baby.
What?
He looks so young. Wilson Cruz is so young. He's so cute. But yeah, I was pleased with the level of technobabble that they had to explain how he was back to life and how it wasn't super deep and it still made sense for, I think.
Yeah, I was pleased that it didn't end in tragedy.
Oh, I was very pleased with that. But let me tell you, as he was walking towards that
barrier,
I'm like, he ain't getting through there.
Yeah.
He is.
I'm sitting there going like, well, what's gonna happen? But Stamets was all too like, come on.
Yeah,
look, I can go through. And
look,
I was like,
I'll put my hand out again. It worked before.
And he put his hand through there, and I was like, oh.
I'm just glad it was just that his hand just couldn't go through, and like he could pull it back and be okay, and
he didn't just, like,
disappear. Gone. But that was.
I think my favorite part of the entire episode was the look on Stamets' face in sickbay at the end.
Oh, that big shit-eating grin.
It wasn't that. It wasn't even shit-eating though. He was so happy, but Anthony Rapp does this great like forehead thing where his vulnerability came through, and he just has that soft spot for his love, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm so happy for him. So
yeah, and I loved how they reunited the two on Valentine's Day. Oh,
I love that you put that together today.
I wonder if the writers did that on purpose or not. I wonder if because they've done weird stuff before. I'm convinced they switched it to Thursday nights just so they could get the 1701 premiere date.
And then it lined up with Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
like they probably were like, boom,
double,
blam.
Double, and they're like, and someone at CBS is like, but we have all this artwork that says Sunday nights. Shut up.
Change it.
Go to Kinko's.
Go to Kinko's.
Go to Kinko's and knock it on down.
Oh, man.
All right. Let me see if we got any other nifty art I want to throw up there or picture.
But you know what?
What?
This doesn't negate the Spore Drive. We thought this whole episode was going to negate the Spore Drive, and the only problem was that Culber was there.
Yeah.
It wasn't him making his jumps.
Yeah.
Spore Drive's still a thing.
Spore Drive is still a thing. I'm a little bit disappointed in that. You know what? Since they've integrated Section 31 so well, I think the season's going to end with Section 31 taking it out because they're afraid that other people can get it. Like the Romulans could come along and steal the Discovery.
Yeah, they'll finally decide that this is too valuable a
thing.
Yeah.
Word. Oh, hold on. Yep. Aha! Low tech. All right. So let's see. Did I have any other? Oh, well, that's Georgiou. Another one of Georgiou. Coming on and talking, and I definitely liked his reactions during the scene. He's like, something's not right here, but I don't know exactly what it is, and these two kind of scare me a little bit, so I'm just gonna stay back and make sure no one mucks around with my ship.
I really love the role of Captain Pike in this series. He is the outsider to play against all of this stuff. So it's not just a whole bunch of people who all went through the same thing last season and all know all of the secrets and the what's going on. And so I do enjoy that. What's wrong?
No, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Cool. And again, he showed great leadership when he finally cornered Burnham and was like, okay, look, I've been working with you for a little while, so I know something is going on. And I don't really like that I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I have to trust you. And she and him had a thing earlier about not having secrets, and she was like, it's a long conversation, and this hallway is not the appropriate place. So I'll catch you up later. And he was like, cool, but don't make me come after you.
I was impressed that he went with that and just let it go. He's giving her a wide berth.
He gives her enough room to make the right decisions, and that's how they're building their trust with each other, is that, they give a little trust, they show that it was a good idea to do that, and then they have more trust. And so I dig it. I dig his leadership style. I really dig his leadership style, especially when they're techno babbling a plan and he reduces it to a metaphor. Okay, so while you're using our ship as the doorstop, what's gonna happen? And it harkened me back to the first episode when they were doing the walk and talk from the transporter room with him and his officers and Burnham, and his science officer was mansplaining something, and Burnham made a metaphor for it, and he was like,
Yeah.
I liked that. Yeah. Save the words.
Save the how many syllables died.
Yeah, that was it. How many syllables died? Ooh. So I really
there we go. Another setting that my son destroyed back here. That's why we've been so loud in the mics.
Oh, sorry.
What you gonna do? But now I turned all the other settings down. Ha 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 ha.
All right.
Anyway.
So I really, really like that. He is such a great counterpoint to the high science of Saru and Burnham and Stamets. And I mean, everyone's a scientist. Stamets and Tilly and Burnham and Saru, like they all have that science end of it. And while Tilly has a different delivery than some of the more sciencey of them, I do like the counterpoint that Pike provides.
Yeah, he's a definite breath of fresh air in that respect.
Yeah,
but I just love the job he's doing.
Yeah,
I want really the Pike show. They got like 8 more years that they could do, right?
Yeah, they have a lot of time that they could cover. We could finally get to know more about number 1.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna learn more about lots of different people.
How crazy would fanboys go though if they tried to do an Enterprise, like that Enterprise with Pike and
fanboys like us that like the stuff?
No,
big. Oh, those ones are already off the rails. I don't even want to.
They'd go nuts.
Yeah.
No, that's Kirk's ship. Shut up. It was Pike's first.
Yeah. No, it was just, we don't even need to go there.
So yeah, no. And then the twist at the end with Cornwell showing up and being like, now you guys are going to play together. And tachyons. It's always tachyon. I'm sorry, but by the time we got to the end of Next Generation, the answer was tachyons. That last episode was literally the answer was tachyons.
Well, I mean, it's a clue.
But it was like whenever they had the problem, well, let's just shoot some tachyons into it, see what happens.
Yeah. Either that or we reverse the polarity.
Oh, we reverse the polarity, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with someone about Star Trek Enterprise, and she was all like, I was real sad about the end with Trip and everything. Spoilers. For the end of Star Trek Enterprise, a show that's been off the air for 15 years. I don't know how long it's been. I always get dates wrong, but she said that, and I was like, yeah, just how he went out made it weird, because it's like any other time they would have found a way to do that without him having to sacrifice himself, and they would have just reversed the polarity somewhere, and things would have been fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've babbled enough of stuff just off the top of our head. Real quick, did we forget anything? Saru's still the man, even though he didn't do much of this episode. Oh God, the preview. Holy guacamole.
Oh wow, yeah.
Are they jumping right in with doing Saru stuff?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They gave him one down episode, and then it, like, everything we talked about earlier this week about what we think this will lead to with his ganglia falling out was so small compared to the threatened genocide that preview had.
I mean, I could have seen that coming.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah, it really did.
I was like, okay.
And I was just so surprised that they're jumping right to that. Like, I thought that was going to be the thing, like that, like they would find Spock, and then later on near the end of the season, they needed to give it a little bit of a breather, or that.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a crappy way to go out. Like, I think that one of the biggest complaints I have about last season was how it ended. Like, it seemed like peter out, and those last couple episodes after they came back from the Mirror Universe and how they tied up the Klingon War, I was not a fan of how they did it. Like the storytelling in it was choppy, and
it wasn't the best work of the year, and it obviously,
it wasn't supposed to end there. It was supposed to end with them coming back from the Mirror Universe, and then they got an order for 3 more episodes. So if they had stuck to the original storytelling, it would have been awesome. I would have been happy with 3 more episodes in the Mirror Universe.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So next week is gonna be
all Saru all the time.
All Saru all the time.
Hopefully next week is when we see him turn into the badass that he was always meant to be, that I always knew was deep inside, but coated in a lacquer of fear. and now that lacquer's gone, but we still never heard of
Kaminar
or Kaminarans at all in the series, and also I don't think it bodes well. Maybe he'll come out of this that they got genocided, but he's like, well, better to be done than to live forever in servitude and condimentness. Yeah, they just live to be condimentized
with ketchup.
Yeah, Anyway, all right. I think we're good here.
I think so.
Did we ever introduce ourselves?
Nope.
Well, everyone knows who we are.
I hope so.
I don't know how you know. Anyway, I am Adam of Geekheim. Damn it.
You gotta picture yourself not looking at the screen, but looking out from the screen. Like, so where am I? See, I'm over there. So if I
that works.
We have our lovely picture over here, and you're over there.
Uh-huh. All right. Where's Pittman?
Shut up.
See, in the real world, never mind. All right. Thank you, everyone. Back here.
That's when I'm inside a house.
Back here next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We do deep dive stuff. Look on my Twitter. Oh,
that was me jumping in for the deep
dive. It was. Look at my Twitter this week because I hope to be doing some more polls and some questions, and I think I'm going to start using Google Forms to do a little bit more long form questions.
Because everyone loves filling out long form questions.
Well, no, but when it's fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
Not like that giant vat of paperwork they give you when you go to a new doctor's.
We would like 500 words on why Saru is the biggest badass ever.
Ding. He sure is. All right. Anyway, so until Tuesday, I've never signed off this way. Until Tuesday, live long and prosper. Bye, everyone.